Hey everybody, this is Andy coming at you live from San Clemente, fresh off from Agnihotra. We just did at the Headrick's residence. Here we have Nate Headrick and Dad Gary. Honor and privilege to be with you guys here today. Great friends and great people. They helped organize the San Onofre Nuclear Power Plant shutdown when it was trying to reopen around 2013. And they did some great grassroots work to keep it closed. So what I wanted to ask these gentlemen here today is, guys, there's a lot of stuff going on right now with grassroots movements and in a crucial way. What would you say, what would be a couple key points to all these people trying to make a difference from the ground up right now, as far as how we can affect the politics or the corporate world?
Yeah, well, thanks for asking the question. I think your point about being from the grassroots up is exactly right on. And I can't underestimate the significance of the individual taking action, being well informed, and also never underestimate the power of love, because there are so many parts that are going to feel like resistance, even from within your own group. And the power of love is what really sustains the grassroots movement, which is essential to your success. Awesome.
Gary and Nate, you guys have mentioned, too, of course, the significance of contacting we all know about the significance of contacting politicians or corporations directly, which doesn't hurt to do. You've also talked about the significance of like grassroots activity and how that can change things that we thought were impossible.
Well, I think what inspired me the most in terms of grassroots efforts was a book written by Paul Hawkins, and it's called Blessed Unrest. And he talks about how grassroots movements are happening all over the world, all at the same time. It's not a centralized event. And he gave a great analogy about the human body and the immune response system that we have. And the way that works is it's not a central brain response to when the body's being attacked by a virus, for example. It's when the area of the body is being infiltrated by a virus, and the response to that is a local response. And when one cell seems to have the trigger that's being affected, the other cells around it support it, they nourish it, they make sure there's more blood supply, nutrients, and they make that cell as successful as it can be. And that's kind of what we experienced here too. People saw it was working. We're getting media attention. We're in the city councils. We're getting letters and petitions. The more we did, the more successful we became, because the other cells around us got involved, and that's so important. Support what's working and give them whatever you have to offer, whether it's money or time or just attaboy, keep feeling good about what you're doing. Encourage what you see and what you want to see in the world.
Legit. So, Gary and Nate, you've been talking about balancing personal life with social activism. What would you say about that? What's the trick to that?
I think it's a tricky balance, but I think Nate saw some of that. He's probably got some good input.
Nice.
Better than I am.
Cool. To speak generally about it, I think there's a limit to how effective your energy is going to be. And if your activism is getting to the point where your own structures in your own life start to suffer, then I think that you as an actor in that activism are going to be diminished in a way. So you have to maintain yourself and your interests outside of the issue, just to maintain being a part of the issue. Because you could take yourself out of the game real easily by overdoing it and ignoring important stuff just in your immediate circle. And that's that's a risk of getting super involved.
Mm-hmm.
So I would warn to pay attention to that and kind of gauge your effectiveness as you increase your activity. You know, be aware, and maybe fighting something isn't the best thing to do with that additional energy. Maybe it's supporting something, because that feels a little bit better than going up against a giant monster.
Yeah, you were saying if you're against nuclear, go support solar.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, there's an opposite to it that you can probably find, whatever makes sense to you.
It might be more enjoyable.
Might be more enjoyable. You know, I think the powers that be want to make you feel like these challenges are like an inevitability. You're just gonna have to deal with what they're giving you. So the energy it takes to fight that is a lot.
So you guys faced a lot of conflict and challenge too in your campaign. How would you say, what's a good, what are some good ideas as far as facing powers that be that might be opposed to your goals or your viewpoints?
I think you have to come at it from where the person you're approaching is at, so that, you know, the way you present yourself is kind of ordinary, common folk with sincere questions and information that's reliable. And you know, I think we were always very consistent in our message, and we didn't pretend to be the experts, but we did a lot of research, and we made sure that what we were questioning was reasonable. And after the fact, you know, looking back on it, talking to people that were on the other side, they've said that was one of the most compelling reasons to listen to us, was we were not just emotional, we had good reasons for our concerns, and we were always respectful of the system. We worked within the existing system.
Awesome. And Gary, what any key points that really triggered you into anti-nuclear activism, or activism shutting the nuclear power plants down?
Yeah, there's definitely one point that stands out in my mind about, you know, I'd always been against nuclear power, but never an activist leading the charge or anything until someone who actually worked at the power plant warned us about testing that wasn't being done, that should be done, because it was a dangerous situation, and they had the guts and just the internal integrity to risk their career and their lifelong friends at the plant and tell me that there's something the public should be concerned about. And without whistleblowers, our country, our world would be a much different place.
Wow.
They have to
Dark and corrupt.
Yeah, they have to be held up and respected and honored for doing what they do.
And we can encourage other people that have valuable information to step that up.
Yeah, don't be afraid. I mean, there's protections. People like me are not going to divulge your identity, and there's whistleblower protections, and we've seen that can go bad too, unfortunately. But in this case, whistleblowers never got in trouble, and it's key to our success is to have legitimate information, especially documents or computer files. Then people will listen to you. It's not hearsay. You know, they can't just say, "Oh, leave it to the experts," because we have evidence that is contrary to what they're saying.
All right, Gary and Nate. So one question that comes to mind is we're so small out of 7 billion people, 350 million people in America. How do you make your voice heard with senators or the companies or the community or whatever? What's the secret? What's the trick to that?
Well, I think you have to realize we're not special. We're not, exceptional people or have any secret powers that make it successful. We're just ordinary, and that's a really important point to understand. You don't have to be extraordinary in anything in particular. You just have to be determined and be willing to live for the things you believe in and stand up for justice. So look out for each other. That's really the power, regardless how insignificant you feel in the face of insurmountable odds. You just need to persevere and it doesn't matter that there's just one of you, or it starts with yourself. So believe in yourself and know that it's not going to take someone else doing it. It's going to come up to you. You've really got to get informed, take action, and believe that it's going to make a difference, even when it seems like you don't have a chance of winning at all.
Gary, what would you say about what Nate was talking about balancing your personal life and things like social activism?
Yeah, I think that's so key, and I actually learned more after the fact, looking back on this, and how true what he was saying is, because it's easy to get so committed to something, so obsessed with it, basically, that you neglect other aspects of your life that keep you wholesome and intact, and able to continue the work. And sometimes you get to the point where it just seems so important that you're willing to sacrifice relationships and business opportunities, and let projects go much longer than they should, and eventually that takes a toll on you. And if you don't listen to the people that are close to you, keep a good perspective and balance, then you become ineffective, and even worse, you could become a detriment to the cause, and just being too angry and frustrated and desperate. That's not where you want to be either. You got to come from a position of wholesomeness and good information, and surround yourself with people who love you and that will stand by you in the fight, because it's really important to have a healthy relationship to the problem, if that's the way to put it. Keep all things in balance if you can. And when you're not in balance and people try to tell you that, don't be offended by it. Listen and respond accordingly.
Beautiful. So Gary, come on, tell us, did you do this for the fame and glory, or why did you
That's a funny question. I think no, definitely not for his fame and glory. I kept trying to find ways out of it, honestly, but it was too important to just let it slide. And it's one of those dilemmas in life where you think, what's more important, what my needs are, or what the needs of my fellow human beings and future generations, and thinking of someone else other than yourself. So I think that's a really important lesson I learned about loving and giving and thinking of others ahead of yourself. Kind of like, the whole principle of karma, as I understand it, is doing things the way you want to be treated, like the golden rule, and not really knowing what might come back from it. It's not the expectation that you should have when you give. It's giving without the expectation that it's going to come back. Just the act of giving in a loving manner and concern for others is a reward in itself. And then when there is a reward, the unexpected blessing, something happens, like they actually shut down the nuclear power plant when you never thought it could happen. That's a feeling that I can't describe. It's just so beautiful, and it's beautiful because there wasn't the expectation that we would survive or succeed. And I think if you make the mistake of giving of yourself with the anticipation that you're going to get something in return, then when you get something in return, it's more like it was an expectation to begin with. So it's not like a gift back to you. It's like, oh, you're getting, it's like a trade. It's like a barter.
Not as fulfilling.
And you're not really bartering. You're just giving without an expectation of what the return might be. That's the magic, is loving and giving without the expectation of return, and then being happily surprised when it comes back your way.
Having high goals but low expectations. Could I say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And be motivated by the act of doing it, not what will come back to you because of it.
Thank you. Thanks so much, Gary. And Nate went inside already, but thank you for discussing these issues today.
You're welcome, and I hope it's more a matter of being inspired, not admired. The whole point I'm trying to make is be inspired and know that just an average person can do incredible things when they're doing it for the right reason.
Thank you so much, Gary. Thanks, Nate. Hope everyone's feeling inspired out there to get up and do something in some way, shape, or form today. All right, blessings to everyone. Thank you, Gary.
Thank you.